Well, welcome to Northern Nevada Preppers for Churchill area. What you'll see at the beginning is the entry marker that you saw with the prices and such. This is a map of the area. If you're unfamiliar with being at Fort Churchill, it'll kind of give you a map of where to go. So Lisa and I went out earlier this year before we had our first camp out there. Got some video. For those of you who have not seen or been to Fort Churchill, just wanted to give you guys an idea of what things look like. So behind us is the locked gate, which will be open when you come in. First area that you'll walk through is the overflow parking. This can take an incredible amount of cars. And we'll end up probably doing land nav to our right and behind us. So just north of where we are now. So as you move in, you'll come across, there's a covered bridge, and there's a small creek. When we were there in the spring, it still had some snow and some ice in the water, and didn't see a lot of fish floating or swimming otherwise. So it's kind of a nice little creek, but I figure it flows in spring. I don't think there's much there during the height of the summer. It's more of an irrigation canal. So this is the bridge as you walk in. The building over on your left, far left, is some older restrooms they had. Big dumpster in the center. And this is the main parking area. You can park a little bit in front of me, just where the edge is. Farther in, you can see an area that you see the building, the structure in front of you. This is kind of a dining area. It's covered. There's handicapped right here in front of us, a handicapped space or two, and then there's water. From the other side, you'll see on the very end, there's a little food prep area with a sink. The water did not work when we were there, but the area is open to use. And then inside is really nice. If it's hot and sunny, or if we get a little bit of rainy weather, we can get out of it. And most presentations will be done right about where I'm standing. So looking at the parking lot a little bit more, you can see the parking concrete barriers in front of you. This, I think we had around 10-15 cars in here last time. Restrooms there on your left. These are pit toilets, but they're very nice. And you can see by the tire tracks that the group camping area is down ahead of us. And it's a large area. It's got a lot of spots to go, but you can see people have driven in over this curb area. We did check with the rangers, and it was fine to come in and drive down. And if you're just driving a camper, you can probably just park the camper down here. Not a travel trailer, but just a camper. If you're bringing things in with your truck or your car, you can easily drive down here. No four-wheel drive required. And you can basically come in and unload your camp and do what you need to do, and then move your car back out to make room for other campers in the area. So there's a lot of little spots, and surprisingly, it looks like there's not a lot of room, but there was a ton of room. Got a couple little photos right at the end where you'll see a couple of the campers that came in on Friday. This is a campfire area, and we did our primitive fire right here. And of course, we all hung out here on Friday and Saturday nights and brought plenty of wood to have a fire. And it was a nice little spot. We had introductions and some presentations here. This is looking from the dining area down. It's got a bunch of little staggered seating on a little slope, so it was real nice. Also, I'll mention the barbecues. They're up by the dining hall, right there in front for you to use, and trash cans to the left. So where I'm zooming in right now is individual campsites that are adjacent to it. We're looking at just about where campsite 8 is. And it's in an area, as you do the loop, you'll hit that camp area turnoff before you get to ours. So up to the right, you can camp anywhere out here in this open area. You can camp anywhere you want to out there. There's plenty of room. There's year-round water. You'll just have to get your container and fill it up and drag it back to your camp. So the idea of these camps, of course, is just a lot of learning and camaraderie. You can test your preps if you want. You can go primitive. You can come in heavy. On these, I just come in heavy because I'm really interested in a little bit more comfort and testing some peripheral things out. Like I tested out some solar panels and a battery and some other charging stuff last year. And then I hung Christmas lights up in the tree and ran them off a battery. So everybody was trying different things and figuring out what worked and what didn't. And with everybody around, you had a lot of input as to how to continue with your preps or do something a little different. So there are a couple things that were big hits last year. One we did around the campfire, like I mentioned, and that was right here with a couple guys, Deer Runner, who was teaching primitive fire, and made a fire in 30 seconds. This is a little of the campsite Friday night as people were starting to come in, and real nice area. So for the Nevada Preppers Network, hope you make it out. Thanks.